The first memory that I have of being rejected, it was by my mother when I was around 6 or 5 years. And basically it was related with my sexuality and with my beginning of being artist. Quite complicated the situation, and my mother all the time used to tell me that no dance, nothing related with art. So there it started a huge fighting with my life in these situations. At the beginning it was quite hard because it was the rejection. I think that the rejection of a mother, for me in my case, it was the hardest. So at the beginning it was like being shocked, but at the same time I have this energy inside of me that I wanted to be what I am now, and I wanted to be a dancer and an artist. So even that rejection stories, I felt that I have this energy inside of me that I couldn't stop. That's why even it hurts, I continue with my philosophy of life, with my profession. The first thing that I thought that is it was going to be a huge fight, because even what my mother said to me, at the same time I was very clear what I was doing or what I was wanting to do. So the first thing that I felt is that I was going to be stopped to do things, but at the same time I wanted to be a dancer, I wanted to make costumes and start to play performance. And so I knew that it was going to be a huge fight, starting in the beginning with my family and then with the rest of the community as well. Even those situations, what I discovered is that I could use it and living something not as something dramatic or something that blocked me for continue doing things that I wanted to do or thinking the things that I was thinking, whatever. I learned to deal with these situations, and of course there were some rejection situations that were more harder than others, but through the years I learned to live those situations with not so much stress or something like that. First, what I learned is that it's very important to follow that inner energy, this inner impulse, that it can be anyone, depends on your personality, your story, whatever. Second, what I learned is to start to use that situation of rejection as an element that can allow you to continue developing that way of looking forward or finding new ways to continue develop these areas in your life. And also the situation makes you feel stronger in some point. Sometimes those kinds of situations of rejections maybe makes you feel stronger and till the point that you don't feel and you don't suffer so much, but it's something that is a train in your life also. It's a door that you can open to the freedom. When you are rejected, you have the freedom to say, okay, I'm not part of this. I have another world that I can go and I can fly there. So for me, it's something very positive to be rejected. But because of my experience, learn like this, that I can, okay, if I'm not part of this, I can move to another place or I can do something else. So it's something positive in my life. When people like me, that we are over 40s, have this wonderful possibility to share the experience. Just only sharing your life and your experience can touch some point in the hearts of other young people that maybe they are suffering the same situation or they live in the same situation, and just only listen my story or my thinking maybe can help in some point of view. But I think it's very important to share the experience. I think this is the most wonderful situations. So the rejection at this point in my life is the energy that allowed me to continue to something new and something related more with myself.